Okay, let's start. I'm in Visio with Stefan Leibing, former guitar player of Primal Fear, who left the band 17 years ago and now work as a producer. Stefan, thanks you for accepting this interview.
Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. Hello.
um, just before we start, I have to say that my English in oral is limited for those who watch the video, but my questions are prepared. Uh, Maybe I have not a lot of interaction, but you have the time to answer. To start with talking about your current project, can you introduce yourself and give us some news in a few words? Ah,
Yeah, okay. I'm yeah, Stefan Leibing. I live in Germany and I have played in Primal Fear for yeah from 1998 to spring 2008, and I have recorded yeah 6 albums with them. So I have joined the band just after the first record they've recorded. They needed yeah a second, so they were starting at a 4-piece recording the first album, and then they were searching for yeah a guitarist for the yeah for the tour. It was a tour with Running Wild in yeah, a small tour, but with huge venues. And so I first was planned as a guitar player for the tour, and I yeah after this tour I was a fixed member of the band. So they said, oh, you can do you want to join us as a band as a member? And yeah, okay, this were the 10 years with Primal Fear. Then I quit the band because of my family. I had small children, and I wanted uh, to have more time for my family. So therefore, I said, okay, this 10 years with Primal Fear, they were yeah, were really a great time. I had a lot of yeah, great tours and concerts and all the recording stuff we did. And yeah, okay, then I many years I didn't do any music. So my main profession is yeah, writing software. I'm a software developer, and this is all what I also did during my time in Primal Fear also, besides doing the music. And yeah, since a few years I have started yeah, mixing and producing bands, while my main job is still yeah, writing software in a big company here in the area of Stuttgart, southern of Germany. And I'm doing this mixing and producing beside my yeah, my normal job. And yeah, I do the bands that I like, and so because I cannot do so much besides my normal work, because it takes a lot of time. And yeah, that's to sum it up what I did the last year. So
okay, we will talk about all this in the interview.
hmm?
Um, in last October, you participated of a video clip of Ace of Spades, a cover of Motorhead, with Mandy
Hmm?
Lion, singer of
Hmm?
World War III. Can you tell us about this project and who plays bass and drums on the song?
Yeah, so I know Mandy Line from this project from Thunderbites project. Yeah, this is a German project between um, uh, Daniel Schwerter, a bassist, and a former bassist of Hammer King, and the guitar player is from the New Roses. It's Norman Bates, and and they made a project, and they have a lot of they had multiple singers, and one of them is Mandy Lion, and I know. Mandy is a great singer. I know him from the World War III project in the 90s. I was overwhelmed from this first record, and he's a great singer. And then we thought we have recorded this already over a year ago, so it took a very long time until we finally made a video, and it's. The thing is actually who played bass and drums. Actually, I was the one who played bass on this thing, and believe it or not, I completely programmed the drums for this thing. So actually, it's music is only Mandy and me. So Mandy is singing, and I did the rest. So yeah.
Okay, you now work as a producer in mixing and mastering since 3 years, as it seems. How did you come to this activity?
Yeah, the thing is, actually, I started my musical activities in the 80s, and I was a young kid, and this was the time when beside playing music, I always wanted to record it, and so if you play for yourself, and so you always want to say, okay, I want to record this thing, and you know, in the 80s there were these 4-tape cassette recorders, Fostex and so on, and so actually you could only record 4 tracks, 4 mono tracks. So you had a drum computer and recorded 1 track, then you played bass, and then you had 2 tracks left. And the thing is, what I want to say, I was always in recording from the beginning, and and I was always interested in the technique behind recording. I read a lot of stuff, and so, but this was in the 80s, and then but then was a time I was more and more. But my main thing was always doing doing music, and recording was always a thing I did beside this. But and of course, when I played in Primal Fear, we had a lot of great studios we have been in there. So I got a lot of experience there, but my main interest was always the playing and so on, and composing and so, and but I was always interested in the technique. And now after this all these years of this break that I had from the music, I thought, okay, I don't want to at the moment join any band or so, because I had so much touring and stuff, and I always was more the guy. So to be honest, I enjoyed recording and composing always a little bit much more than touring, and so and I said, okay, I want to do something with music again, but I don't want to play in a band. And then I started more learning about recording. So of the last years, so I learned a lot in the last few years by listening to trainings, to workshops, and YouTube stuff and so on. And I got myself. So this was in 2019. I downloaded a lot of multi-tracks from the internet and improved my knowledge in mixing. So this is how I came to the mixing and producing. And then of course, when then I contacted bands, and the advantage is, of course, when I get more attention being the former guitarist of Primal Fear. Maybe it's a little bit easier to get attention, to get bands to to work with you, or at least to try it with you. But the other thing is there are a lot of people today that mix and produce, because you do not need so big expensive studios today anymore. You can do everything with with very little equipment. You need a good audio interface, good monitor speakers, a good environment, and then you don't need a big mixing desk or so. You can do everything in the computer. Of course, you need a lot of knowledge. This learning curve is really so you have to spend a lot of hours in mixing and training it to get a good sound.
Okay. So you're working on 2 bands by guitarist Michael Vetter, starting with Black and Damned with the first album Resurrection, which to come in March.
Sorry,
I start again. Okay, you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, now I didn't hear some, so audio was interrupted for 20 seconds or so. Then please repeat the.
Yeah. Okay. So you're working on 2 bands by guitarist Michael Vetter, starting with Black and Damned with the third album Resurrection, which to come in March. I didn't know this band. Can you introduce them, and can you tell us about your works? It seems that you play keyboards on the album.
This is so I know Black and Damned. So the thing is how I on one thing, Black and Damned, the singer of Black and Damned is a former musician. Do you hear me, or
Yeah.
Yes.
Is
a former the singer of the band is a former musician. I play because the picture is very stuck very often from you. So I
okay.
wonder if you get my picture well, and the audio.
I see you and I hear you.
Is it okay? Yeah. So you hear me, and
yes, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then you can cut it out. This what I just talked. Black and Damned is so I know Michael Vetter from so he so we are all from the same area here around Stuttgart, and Michael Vetter, I know him because he also is a musician here in this area, and so he contacted me for his band project Parhelion, and he asked me if I can make if I would like to mix a song from this band. This was the first song, and it was only planned to be first only one song and so on, and I did this Parhelion thing, and then when they made this Black and Damned album, and so first thing is they were okay. First they contacted me with because they needed someone to play the keyboards. There's a guy called Daniel Galmarini. He's doing a lot of. He's also a member of the Parhelion project or Parhelion band, and he's a keyboard player who does a lot of keyboards for a lot of bands. Yeah, and he's a great guy, and he does really really great stuff. And but he didn't. So he was also planned to be to play keyboards on this Black and Damned album, and he didn't have so much time to make all the 10 songs. And then the band contacted me. The singer of Black and Damned is a guy it's Roland Seidel. I played with him in a band called Wasteland in the 90s, and so from there on he he knew me also, and he knew that I formerly also played keyboards. Besides recording, I always so my main instrument is guitar. But besides recording, I always was also interested in playing keyboards. Yeah, in the from the 80s already, and they knew that I play keyboards, and they asked me if I would like to make 6 songs. Or at first they started said okay, 3 or 4, I don't know, but finally it turned out that I played 6 songs, then keyboards, and it was a great experience because I yeah I I I was never engaged for doing keyboards for a record. Yeah, I did keyboards in on a lot of Primal Fear songs, but I did never make such a huge orchestral kind of keyboards over almost a complete album. Okay, 6 songs, and but really keyboards on every songs from start to the beginning, with a lot of stuff going on, and this was how I came into this project and playing keyboards. And then the thing is, they wanted to
I do not the sound.
the first Primal Fear albums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, the first 4 albums, and they wanted to go to him, but it turned out that that he didn't have the time to do it, and then they asked me if I want to do it, and I was really happy because I heard the songs, because at least 6 of them, and I was overwhelmed by the quality of the songs, and I was really happy that I got this the opportunity to work on this album, also sound wise.
Okay. The second band is Papawelian for a record previously this autumn after 2 tracks last year. My question is the same. Can you introduce them and tell us about your works?
Okay. Parhelion is, like I said before, is a band of Michael Vetter, and he contacted me. And it first was planned to only make this one song and look how the reaction is for this album, and for this video and song, and so the rest. This video was really great, and they got a contract then with a record label, and then they said and then they said okay, so first the record label, they just released the video. That was the thing, and then the reactions were so positive. The record label, it's Metallopolis here, and I think they had also other opportunities, but Metallopolis, this was the album, the record label they went to, and now they said okay, the record label said we want you to make a complete album, and so some weeks ago they so it's already a month ago, they released the second video of Parhelion, and at the moment they are the recordings are ongoing with with this album, and I will start with a mix in the next few days, with a third song of this so the first song after the second video now. So, and now I get I will do it piece by piece, then these songs.
Okay. I suggest that we talk about your career. it seems that you are born in September, to start with the beginning. Can you tell the day and the years, or we let us leave the mystery?
Yeah, the day is 9th of September, and yeah, I'm already very old. I was born in 66.
Okay. You're not only guitarist because you play also keyboard, you say that.
Hmm?
Can you describe your first steps into music and what were your influences?
Yeah, so my let's start with my influences first. So the first bands I was I was the first metal bands I was listening to was it started all with Rainbow, and then the next ones were I think Judas Priest. So new wave of British heavy metal. This was when I still was in school, and all this stuff came out, Saxon, and then after this, some in the mid 80s also Metallica. So started with their Kill 'Em All album. So this was the when this from the United States, this wave of on the one side this Bay Area thrash metal bands like Metallica and Megadeth and so on, and or Slayer, and so I liked them also. Yeah, this is so I was more on the harder side at that time. Um, yeah, and today my influences are more. Yeah, I like more. I like a lot of stuff, but I'm a little bit a Dream Theater guy and more this progressive stuff. But I also I like harder stuff also. So it's uh let's say to I basically I like music. Yeah, so I'm not so much in one direction. I like a lot of you could say the complete area of metal, but not also metal. I like also pop music, and I also like to, to listen to country sometimes, and how it started. Yeah, okay, I started with 15 years. I started playing guitars, and this is when a school friend of mine had a guitar, and so I was I thought myself, oh, I want to do this too, and then I started playing guitar, and then I played also in a band, but we didn't have any releases. There were keyboard players. Yeah, this was great. They had a studio in their cellar, and in the practicing room, and they had keyboards, and this was when I started getting interested in playing keyboards, and also in getting more interested in also in audio technology in general. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. The first band where you play seems to be Dark Haze, but just for 4 months, and you don't play on the 5 years. You don't play on 5 years the EP of 1988. Can you tell us about this experience?
Yeah, actually, Dark Haze was a very short time. It was where I played there, I think only 5 months or so. It was yeah. I came to the band when they quit with their first singer, which was a singer that I was not so they had a great new singer in the band, and this made me join this band. But actually, it turned out that the singer was so unreliable that finally it made no sense to continue working with the band. And then I think I yeah then after 5 month or so, then I left the band because it made no sense. And then I don't know exactly what was. Just could be that after this I joined Wasteland. Could be, I think so. And in Wasteland, Roland Seidel was the singer, which is the singer that is of Black and Damned today.
Okay, so then you joined the Wasteland and appeared on the 1991 demo with Klaus Sperling. Was it at this time that you met him for the first time?
Okay, actually, I met him before already. So I think I met Klaus maybe 2 years before I joined Wasteland. So he also lives here in the Stuttgart area, Klaus, and yeah, I was formerly I was searching for a band, and I made how was it in English? An inserat. So in a magazine, I wrote that that I am a guitar player and I'm searching for a band for a professionally oriented band in in the area of Stuttgart and so and Klaus contacted me together with another musician, and but this was also a band project that was not fruitful. So and then I think I went to Dark Haze, and then I came back to Wasteland, and then Klaus already had this project going on with Wasteland. They had this record tape, which I also was I found it great, and then this was when I joined them. And actually, I think I don't, and I'm not on any songs of this demo. I'm on the pictures, and I think it's mentioned that I didn't play anything. Or are there 2 songs on the album on this demo where I played? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah. Or wait a second. The other, I think on 2 songs. I think we have on this record that came finally out. I think I think I played on 2 songs then, which are on this album then. So this Wasteland demo was then released as an album a few years later. Yeah, this way was it.
Okay. So still with Klaus, you integrate Insanity in 1992, as it seems. The musical style is between speed and
So now
thrash.
your picture is stuck again. It's
Okay. You see me? Hello?
sorry, I don't understand. The audio is interrupted at the moment. So I don't know if my internet connection is good. I think I have. Wait a second.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Yes.
So
Okay.
maybe hopefully it's better now. Yeah, no, but
You see me?
so
You hear me?
yeah.
Okay. I start again. Um, Still with Klaus, you integrate Insanity in 1992, as it seems. The musical style is between speed and thrash. Is it a style that suits you?
Actually, at this time, not. So I was not. So the music was it was a little is in the direction of the former Exodus, and so this is this direction. Yeah, at that moment, in this time I was more a little bit more in melodic. I wanted more to I don't know what I listened to, which kind of music. So I didn't want to play this totally hard music. I was more at that time more the simply more melodic stuff, and so this style of Exodus and thrash metal and so was not my main goal, but the band was great, and I was able to be the the main, the lead guitarist, so I could play a lot of guitar solos, and so and and all the guys were great. There were really great guys in this band, and then I decided I played this music, and I felt very comfortable and in this style of music. Then finally, so today I'm still able to so even if I like more this melodic stuff or so, I I'm able to play this really hard stuff. So if you listen to the Primal Fear songs, and if you pick out the most heavy songs and the more this is always a little bit my style then in this thing, and so I can play really fast down picking and this Metallica style of stuff. So this is also from this area where I played in Insanity. So this is where I improved this whole thing. Yeah.
Hmm? Okay. Still with Insanity, a first album, The Human Side of Paradise, is recorded but not released. In Messenger, you told me it was hard to have a record deal at this time. Can you
Mhm.
tell us about this period?
Yeah, it's the thing is it compared today. If you see today, it's very it's record labels sign a lot of bands, and we at the former time, okay, when we were with Insanity, this was in the mid 90s. Actually, nobody wanted this was the main time when grunge came up. So everyone wanted to sound to have bands that sound like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and other things. And it was really hard for us with this kind of music, even if the singer of Insanity, Steve or Steve Kellerman, he unfortunately died some years ago. Yeah. And he was a great singer and also a very, very nice guy. And it was hard for us to find a record deal. So every time we sent something to record labels, then they were no inter they weren't interested, because we were not this was not the kind of music everyone was heading for at that time, from sides of the record labels. Yeah.
Okay. In 1996, Comedy Club released a self-titled album. I forget a question. Still, with former members of Insanity, you has formed a new project, Comedy Club.
Mm-hmm.
Roberto Palacios on bass and Steve Kellerman on vocals. The latter unfortunately passed away in 2021. You told that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about him?
About Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a great singer, and one of the nicest guys I have known so far. And usually, yeah, I have worked with a lot of singers, and and many singers are complicated on the one or other side on, and yeah, but Steve was such a nice human being that it's a pity that he's not anymore with us. And yeah, it was that's yeah.
Okay. Um, So in 1996, Comedy Club released a self-titled album, but we can't listen to it on any platform. Do you think you could put it on online one day?
Yeah, maybe we could think about it. I have to talk to Roberto Rosso, to Roberto Palacios or so, if we maybe if we maybe can put it on yeah, we can think about it if you put it somewhere online. I think could be a good idea, yeah. But this was the music of Comedy Club was yeah, we were at this time we were influenced by bands like Faith No More and Clawfinger and this thing. It goes a little bit in this direction, yeah. It's so it was totally different than Insanity. And we actually we have um, three members of Insanity are in the band, yeah. So it was that Steve Kellerman and Roberto Palacios and me. We were in the band. We had a drum player called Frank Rühle. He recorded the album with us, but after the after recordings of the album, he left the band, and then Klaus Sperling joined the band, Comedy Club, and yeah, it was a 4-piece band, and yeah, so actually then we were for almost the complete lineup of Insanity again, just playing different music. Only the guitar player Dieter Wilkner. He was not part of this because he didn't want to do any music, and I think it was also not his style. He was one of the main he was the main songwriter in Insanity, and he was more this into this heavy stuffs more than being this guy who wants to play Faith No More and this kind of direction, yeah, like Clawfinger.
Okay. We arrive at the end of this first session. I suggest that we make a little cut and I send you a new link.
Okay.
Okay.
Then see you.